Hey guys, how you guys doing? It is on here back with another video, and today we are gonna take a look at the 2023 Maple Vision talk over here, right? So yes, the director came out, Kamongi came out, and of course make this announcement over here about the MapleStory vision and what they're gonna plan to do in 2023. Not only that, right? Director himself came out over here, Kamongi over here came out, and also Kim Chang-suk over here, alright, he also came out and actually conveyed the information about this entire vision, right? He is the director of the planning team over here, alright? So there is actually no slides or any data or anything that is technically being shown in this vision talk this time. Last time they have some slides, they got some statistics and etc. But this time that's nothing. There's nothing, everybody. But well, we are still gonna go through this over here, right? I also do not have a slide, but I'm gonna basically go through and this over here, all right? So they talked about the character growth, right? And they are gonna basically change the direction of the game, alright? Gonna rethink the game over here, change the direction, and they're gonna talk about the character growth, equipment growth, and also bosses. These are the three main things that they talk about in this entire video itself of the Maple Vision talk, okay? Now, let's talk about character growth, right? Let me take out my notes over here. Okay, character growth. It was originally intended to have a long gameplay, right? And they do actually know that that has taken too much effort and a lot of time to level up your character, right? It's fast all the way up to 260, and then after 260 it's just very difficult. As everyone know, yeah, it's actually very difficult after 260. So they know, and a lot of players actually fall off in the 230 level, 230 240 levels over there. So 240 around 230 240 players like stop playing already because it feels like that is the leveling part that is much more difficult every time, right? So that's what they mentioned. And after 260 it's just the bar is just it's just different, right? That's what they say. Okay, now they will also make symbols much easier to obtain, alright? And they will also shorten the growth cycle from all the way to 260. Basically, I'm not sure like how much like level curve they're gonna reduce. They didn't mention anything about that. And they're gonna add more meaningful growth, character growth elements over there. And that means even that's what they say. Even though, right, you are late to the game, you can still catch up in terms of the symbols wise and everything. Yeah, so that is for the character growth section. Okay, now you gotta take a look at the equipment growth over there. The equipment growth over there, it's very difficult to level after a certain level. It's basically very difficult to get stronger after a certain point, right? Then they are actually evaluating, right, the market. Remember last time I mentioned about the tradable items versus the untradeable items, and then people are starting to say like, hey, Reboot is much better because they are untradeable, Dark Boss sets should be tradable, and all that type of thing. They are actually having a private conversation right now, and making sure they evaluate it properly before they patch it. So that's what they're mentioning, alright? And then they're gonna check on the equipment exchange revalue, right? And it's gonna be shown in an update. So let's just see what they're gonna plan over there. Are they gonna allow us to trade Dark Boss set items? Or I'm not sure. Because they mentioned that it might collapse the economy, so they need to plan properly. That's for the equipment growth. So yeah, they are gonna evaluate the tradability of equipment, and because equipment replacement itself is actually very difficult. Right? KMS versus other servers, yeah, more or less the same because Dark Boss says it's untradeable. Right? Now that's for the equipment growth. Now moving on to the bosses. Okay, bosses over here. The summary. They want to make an effective way to check or basically benchmark your character, right? But also as a goal, limiting the challenge of the boss content, including practice mode. It's something that they are actually trying to resolve. They didn't mention anything about like what they're gonna do. It's just that they know that okay, a lot of players actually tried culling and cleared culling in test server, and they mentioned that as an RPG game, it has to be fun with the entry method, re-entry waiting time, the practice mode, and all that has to be I don't know, they say it has to be resolved at this point of time. So yeah, so that players doesn't lose motivation in terms of the patterns that they cannot overcome and everything. So we'll see. They didn't have a concrete like answer for that. They just say that okay, we know we're gonna improve it, but they didn't say how. And they're also gonna improve the difficulty arrangement. Remember last time there's a huge difficulty gap for normal Jin healer, and that was being improved already, and now there's gonna add more into the range over there to improve the level difficulty of the boss arrangement. And also there are some boss patterns that cannot be avoided, will be updated and improved in March update, which is next month. Example, they mentioned about dust and dunkel meteoroids, right? Those sometimes it's, yeah, they already mentioned it last year, right? Now they're really doing it. And also black mage meteorites, right? They already mentioned over here. And then also lucid teleports you when it summons the dragon. Yeah, these are things that they will be solving or fixing, right, in the March update. Alright, so yes, and lastly, alright, these are more or less what they're gonna talk about overall. They want to increase the boss experience through the pattern improvements, the boss pattern, the mechanics. Culling boss is just crazy as, like, damn as interesting boss, I gotta tell you. Right, unique experience between normal world and reboot world. We have a lot of hoo-ha about that, hence why, yeah, we thought that normal world and reboot world was separated. The difference between the two are not properly reviewed. Normal world had a variety of options due to the existence of the market economy, yes. In reboot world, due to the absence of this, there was no option other than that doing it yourself. Basically, reboot world, you gotta farm everything yourself, right? So yeah, and well, however, the two of them is actually due to it's the same game anyways, it's just different server. Now, so the distinction between two worlds should have been made, but it was not. So they will make a distinction between the two worlds clearer. Yeah, they didn't say how, they just said they're gonna make it happen or something like that. So yeah, in this entire Maple Vision talk over here that is being mentioned by the director of planning over here, well, a lot of uncertainties, no slides, no nothing. Yeah, I'm just getting out all the summaries over here to you guys only on this 30 minutes of video over here. Yeah, so that's basically it. We have character growth. They're gonna make it easier for 260, right? All the way to 260. Gonna make symbols much easier to catch up for players who are late to the game, right? They're gonna make it more meaningful as a growth over there. Okay, and then the next one, which will be the next one, will be equipment growth, right? They're gonna evaluate the tradability of the equipments, right? Whether they're gonna make it tradable or not, they're gonna reconsider about that. Make sure that they don't break the economy. That's what they say. Third is about bossing, right? They're gonna make bossing more fun, more enjoyable, more engaging, right? And it's one way to set your character's goal as well. So yeah. And that's basically it for the three main topics that is being discussed today in the Maple Vision talk of the 2023. Alright, that's basically it. Alright, I hope you guys have some insights on what is in the Maple Vision talk over here. Quick summary of this entire thing. Although a lot of things are uncertain, but let's see how it goes. I'm really excited for the 20th anniversary, and also really excited about the summer update. Alright, that's basically it. Thank you very much for tuning in, everybody. I hope you get some insights, and as always, leave a thumbs up, subscribe, stay awesome, everybody, and stay safe. Bye bye.